A few weeks ago, I met a street kid. He was 15 years. And he told me that he lived in a guava field, not far from here. And he said there are a few other street kids also living there. So I am a social worker. I want to help them. So I came to visit. But what I learned was terrifying me. When I arrived, the field was surrounded by tall fence, so nobody can see in. And at the entrance, I saw men standing there. They're clearly angry at me. I know them who they are. I have been working on the street long enough to recognize those people. They are pedophiles. They are child sexual abusers. They're waiting for the kid in the tent to come out, so the man can take them to their home, to hotels, and abuse them. And the men clearly know who I were as well. They know that I'm gonna go in bad for the business. Clearly, I was frightened. I don't want to go in. So I want to turn my motorbike back and get out of there. But I saw the kid that who know me. He was standing there with a pedophile. He waving at me, inviting me to come. So I know I couldn't leave. I row in, and I found this tent and another one. So 2 tents. And later on, I learned that there were 12 people there, not a few. There were boys, girls, men as well. When I came in, all of the men stood up. They prepared for a fight. They don't know who I was. They thought that I was police or something doing bad thing for them. So because of the kid who know me, so the man backed off and didn't attack. But the moment, I was smiling like this. But inside me, my brain told me that I had to leave right away. But I couldn't. I have to pretend that I'm not afraid. Like I'm standing here right to you now. Actually, I'm afraid. Things went fine. I took some of the kids there out for breakfast and get to know them, to tell them what I do, how can I help them. And later on, I came back to my office and it hit me. I suddenly felt incredibly weak. My blood pressure dropped. I feel sick in the stomach because of what I see, what I have experienced at the guava field. But it wasn't my first time that I feel like that. There was another time I went to China, rescued a girl. She was 16 years. She had been kidnapped and sold to Nanjing. So she called for help. I went there with another of my colleagues. To go to other country to rescue someone who had been trafficked. It's not an easy thing to do. It took 3 days to find her. And we have a pressure that if we don't find her, she couldn't get out alive. This is the only once and the only chance she has. So she can go home and see her mom and dad, see her families. We got her after 3 days. And we went into the car and raced back to Vietnam. But by then, the trafficker knew that she had escaped. Imagine that if she could go back to her home and report to the police what had happened to her, the trafficker will get arrested. They have a lot to lose. So they're going to do anything to get her back. And of course that we didn't know our way around in this city. So all we did was go as far as possible and hope that we wouldn't get caught. Of course that we came back to Vietnam fine. Otherwise I'm not here today, right? See, now it's a young woman and doing really well. But I remember those days that it was a terrifying moment. There was harm that I was deeply afraid of. So, this is what I do. That is my job. To go out on the street, to meet street kids in a crisis, or rescue people, and help them to get out. But why am I doing this work? It's me, actually. When I was 15 years. I was one of them as well. I was on a street kid too. I live in the countryside. I had a lot of trouble as a teenager. I have trouble at school. I have trouble at home. So I ran away. I came to Hanoi. I looked for hope. I looked for opportunity. But all I found, more trouble. I started selling shoes on the street in Hanoi all day long, offer people to polish their shoes. And it's very normal to me that I can run into a gang. People yell at me. If I didn't do anything, people would treat me as criminals. I remember there was a time that I remember it vividly. I went back to school in the middle of the days. And I saw kids, same with my age. They went out of school, their parents waiting outside. They are on school bag. They go home, their parents happily. And I was angry. I said, I think that, why? Why I don't have this? Why I had to work on the street? And then one time, while working on the street, like selling shoes on the street, I met some people who helped me out. They told me that what I could do is more than a suicide boy. What I could do much more than I can imagine. They tell me, they help me that to understand that I can do whatever I want. So for the first time that I'm having a good life. I didn't know why they care for me. I don't know them, but they just care. And those people at that time, they start a charity. It's called Blue Dragon Children Foundation. That's where I'm working now. I started go to school and get a job. I end up working in this place. It's one of the best restaurants in Hanoi that I work for. I serve fine wine, selling cigar, caviar. It's very nice. I've been working here for 6 years. And I meet people from around the world. I make friends with people in other countries. I go abroad. I got promoted. I earned Best Employee of the Year awards in these companies. But the work there, it doesn't fill me. I felt like I need to do something else. So I decided to come back to my organization. After 6 years, I'm working in hospitality. And the work then and now, it's huge difference. I work with a street kid. And you know that I really care for them. But they are not easy to care for, like I used to be. Most of the children are on the street. They are on a survival mode. That means that they have to get through today any way they can, including that they have to fight. They have to rob people, stealing things from people, lying, cheating, all the way they can. So now imagine now, tomorrow, when you wake up and you find yourself in a jungle, middle of jungle, You were 15 years. You have no food, no water. You are on your own. And in the jungle, there are animals like alligator, tigers, snake, try to kill you. That is how it feels like for a street kid. As a street kid, when you go into the city, a big city, you don't know anyone. You are on your own. Nobody helped you. Even as a street kid, treated you as a competitors for food and money. I remember there was a boy, his name is Thai, and he was 13 years. I found him on the street. I took him back to our shelter, that's where I was working there. It was midnight. I was sleeping in my room. And I saw outside of my door is a light. And I hear my lock opens, click. I knew something went wrong. So I would pretend I'm sleeping. I saw Thai came in. He have a light on his phone, so through the room, trying to get money. And later on, he go toward me. So I have to let him know that I'm awake. Of course, that I didn't happy what he done to me. But I understood why he did that. And on that night, I have really long talk with him. You know what I'm talking about. This is a place that he lived before he came to our shelter. He lived on a pillar, 8 meters above ground. And he living here with other street kids. Why? Because this place is safe for them. Nobody gonna go down here and find them. Nobody gonna bully them here. So they fight, nobody can see them. But this is a dangerous place that for them to live there. Even for me, I go there every week to find street kids. It's also dangerous for me. For Thai, later on, that I able to help him to go home, to talk with his mom. And finally, he just say sorry to me for what he had done. That is a big achievement that him could able to apologize. So why? Why choose to leave my good job and doing this work? I earned quite a good money over there. I soon become a manager. I can open my own business. The reason is, the more I work with a kid like Thai, the more I work with the trafficking children and rescue people, the more I realize those kids, still a normal kids, they are no different to me and to you here. But we need to how to turn off their survival mode. They need home. They need support. They need someone to care for them. Some of the children in our organization who've been grow up, some of them come back and work for us like me. Some of them travel abroad. One of our girls, now she's in Finland, working as engineer. One of our boys, now working as an accountant in New Zealand. So because of them on the street today or held in slavery, it doesn't define their futures. So tomorrow, I'm still going back to the guava field. I'm still afraid. But the fear won't stop me from helping those people because I believe that they can change. And to help them, we have to put our ego aside. We have to put our expectations aside. We have to prepare to be hurt and disappointed. But I believe it. That it's worth it. Thank you.